If I hear anybody saying their vote does not matter, then it doesn't matter who we elect. Read up on your history. It matters. We've got to get people to vote. In fact, if you want to give Michelle and me a good send-off, and that was a beautiful video, but don't just watch us walk off into the sunset now, get people registered to vote. If you care about our legacy, realize everything we stand for is at stake. All the progress we've made is at stake in this election. My name may not be on the ballot, but our progress is on the ballot. Tolerance is on the ballot. Democracy is on the ballot. Justice is on the ballot. Good schools are on the ballot. Ending mass incarceration, that's on the ballot right now. And there is one candidate who will advance those things. And there is another candidate whose defining principle, the central theme of his candidacy, is opposition to all that we've done. There's no such thing as a vote that doesn't matter. It all matters. And after we have achieved historic turnout in 2008 and 2012, especially in the African American community, I will consider it a personal insult, an insult to my legacy, if this community lets down its guard and fails to activate itself in this election. You want to give me a good send-off? Go vote!
We have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. When you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences, who's had to work harder and do more and overcome. And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable.
I want Barack Obama and every Democrat out there to know, you do not own black people. We are not slaves. Our chains are gone. We do not owe you anything, and we don't have to give you an account for how we choose to vote.
The Democrats then unleashed Barack Obama into the wild to shame us black men for not supporting Kamala Harris, despite the fact that she's yet to unveil any policies that represent our interests. Why is it okay that everybody gets to come out here and shame this one demographic of people for how we vote or how we question where our vote goes? But if it was a white politician shaming other white men for not voting based on identity politics, y'all will call him racist. Why is it okay for Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, and all these other people that supposedly look like me, why is it okay for them to get on TV and shame me for not voting for them simply because they look like me? That is racist, brother. I don't know how else to put it. That is racism. I don't have to vote for Kamala because she's quote unquote black. Just like I shouldn't have voted for Yo Because you got up there, you tap dance for the establishment, and you ain't do a damn for the black people that put you in office. F you, brother.
This message is for Barack. Ain't never did a thing in the 8 years he was in the White House ever. Obama. Keep black men's name out your mouth. We not about to do that. That's what we not about to do. And I'm a black woman that's not playing with your ass, Mr. Biracial. Okay? You ain't did a thing for us in the 8 years that you was in the White House. And you think you gonna pop up during an election year and try to scold black men for not wanting to vote for your candidate? Have you lost your mind? I need you to go back into whatever cave and hole you came out of and stay there. You're not about to come out and try to disrespect black men. We're not about to do that. And this is a black woman telling you that. It's not happening. I'm not going for it. If you thought that I was going to hop on a bandwagon and be like, yeah, tell them. No. Be quiet. There are millions of people in this country that are not voting for Kamala. And it's her fault. Every time she opens her mouth, it flies out. Teleprompter, no teleprompter. It's all. We know she was raised in a middle class family. We don't give a. The last 4 years have been hell for us. And you sitting over there with your millions of dollars and you want to reemerge, come out of hiding when they need you, and then you're going to point your finger at black men? It's not happening. What Iyanla said, not on my watch. Not on my watch. Take your back to the hole you crawled out of with that big wife you got and leave us the alone. Period. We shouldn't have voted for your during the 8 years that you was there. A lot of my people was blinded by the fact that you came out as a dark-skinned man. And they took that and they ran with it. But people are waking the and we don't care about color right now. Because people are hungry and the grocery stores is high as hell. And we have inflation. And we have coming into this country getting more money than the people who have been affected by hurricanes. So we don't give a about what you gotta say. All right? Go back to where you came from and keep black men's name out of your mouth. Thank you.
This message is for President Obama. First and foremost, you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. Number one, I ain't going to vote for Kamala Harris. I think that she's going to make a bad president. She's a bad vice president. Everything she does, she tries to politicize it. And she hasn't shown the fact that she wants to put America first ever. So I'm not voting for that individual.
What you thought you was doing, Barack Obama? Boy, you done stepped out there. All you did was black men off, bruh. Why y'all think the American people why y'all think the Democrat Party own black folk? The Democrat Party don't own black folks, bruh. What you thought you was doing with that? We see the play. We know, we see the play. Kamala Harris is losing. She's not gonna win. So you done stepped on out. Yeah, you know, black people, if you're voting for Donald Trump and not Kamala Harris, this is unacceptable.
Barack Hussein Obama, the audacity of you to say to us that we are required and we better vote for Kamala Harris and that we don't want to see a woman in a position of power. You're a liar. I remember in June of 2010, I was in Baghdad, Iraq, and I watched your State of the Union address as a proud young black man to see a black president on the television. But I listened to you as you told the American people that we would not spend any additional resources in Baghdad or in Afghanistan, and we're going to bring our troops home in December of 2014. Right then and there, I knew you couldn't be trusted. Why? Because I'm watching them build sidewalks, build streets, and construct buildings in Baghdad, Iraq in 2010, as you say we're going to leave in 2014. So now that you get on a stage or a platform and try to bully us and belittle us and try to make the world believe that we're not intelligent enough to see what you and the demonic Democratic Party is doing, you're the biggest problem to black people, not the Republican Party. Just because our policies differ or our views differ or our perspectives and values differ, now you want to attack? No, Barack, you're a liar and you're a part of the problem.
Who the hell
hell do you think you are? Barack Hussein Obama, aka Barry Soetoro, aka we don't know who the f you truly are. We don't know who you are. Where did you even come from? You're just some nobody out of Chicago, and all of a sudden you're elevated. Just like Kamala. See, we already know the game now. You people aren't even real. You're created in a Hollywood studio with script writers and production teams. Because you yourself there, Barry, are nothing more than a figment of everybody's imagination. And now you're off because black men are seeing through all of the facade and the Hollywood. I spent 7 years of my life fighting your administration, you and Biden, by the way, for my husband's military benefits. My daughter died because of Obamacare. I don't give a about you. And I will be glad when we do not have to see you in the mainstream anymore.